This is Radar for On the Radar Entertainment Blog, coming to another edition of MLB Observations for the season of the 2022 season, Week 16. So Texas, we've been over this. You paid all this money for Marcus Semien and Corey Seager to beat this great offensive middle infield combination, but you're wasting time with one batting first and one batting second. It's a little bit better when Semien is batting second, but again, you got to be middle of the order hitter. Then you get the likes of Jonah Heim, who's an inexperienced catcher batting in the middle of the lineup. They waste the DH spot on number 8 hitter. You know, it's just a waste of time there. Now, they got this Josh Smith dude who's listed as a third baseman. Okay, cool, him play every day, hit him third base. Nope, they got him playing in the outfield when he's an infielder, and then again, wasting innings out of Matt Moore and Garrett Richards as relievers when they could start. This team doesn't have great starters, and Marcus Semien is supposedly a bad defensive shortstop, came in to play some shortstop. Marlins, we went over this. Jesus Aguilar and Garrett Cooper are what? Power-hitting first baseman DHs, have no business batting second. Joey Wendell, he's a good defensive second baseman who's become a super utility player, but he's not a shortstop. You got multiple shortstops on this team. And then Willen Astudillo, huge fan of the super, slow turtle guy who looks like Bartolo Colon, but he's not a second baseman. And he's also, it's funny that they have him pitching in blowouts multiple times because he kind of looks like Colon. Blade, the rookie, I don't understand why he's batting 3 through 5. He's a rookie. It's like when they had Sanchez batting third or fourth, it doesn't work there. Fortes, again, batting second, that's not a spot for him. And then they lost the DH maneuvering. And then I need to get this. I wrote this twice. Why in the world is speedy center fielder, defensive replacement, pinch runner, Billy Hamilton, used to lead in stolen bases and became a Gold Glove finalist multiple seasons when he was playing every day, lining up at second base and third base? The dude was just on the White Sox recently playing in the outfield. And with the Mariners, I don't understand this, Miami. What are you doing? I know he was a shortstop in the minor leagues, but this makes absolutely no sense at this point in his career. I don't get it. Yankees, again, Diesel LeMahieu is probably the only leadoff guy they have. But again, he's not a leadoff hitter. He's not a first baseman or third baseman. They at least play him second base once. Rizzo, not a two-hitter. He's a power hitter. Judge batted third once, which is smart. And then Matt Carpenter playing right field and left field. And I'm just like, dude, if there's no room to play him in the infield, then just make him a DH or a pinch hitter. With Stanton injured, you can DH him. Martin Gonzalez, I like when he plays shortstop, but right field to stretch. Isaiah kind of left, we went on. He's a catcher playing shortstop. Not great. Joey Gallo batting last. I know he's having a bad season, but he's not a number 9 hitter. Then we over. Judge is not a 1 hitter or 2 hitter or center fielder. He batting third and fourth with the likes of Rizzo and Stanton. That's an impressive 3 through 5 there. Then it's stupid when on days he's playing center field, Hicks is playing left field, or Matt Carpenter is playing right field, and Judge is playing center field, and you have Hicks in left field. It's pretty stupid. Hicks is a center fielder. Just keep him in center field. Now they got Andrew Benintendi. I was like, good. Maybe he'll bat second where he belongs, and he'll push Judge down. Nope. Benintendi leads off in his first game. Hicks still plays, not. And then it's well, at least if he's playing left field, Hicks can play center field, and then they lose the DH with maneuvering. Astros, I like that you have, Jeremy Pena and Elizabeth Diaz all batting second. But again, Altuve is a perfect number 2 hitter, not a leadoff hitter. And then Diaz, again, he's not a left fielder. This team is Jose Siri, McCormick, and Myers. They got enough backup outfielders. Okay, and speaking of Diaz, he's not a 4 or 5 hitter. And then McCormick DHing is a waste of a DH spot when you have Gurriel and Yuli and Alvarez. It's come on. And Kyle Tucker. You could DH one of those guys. But in batting fourth, McCormick, not a bad idea. Yuli Gurriel, again, not a 2 hitter. He's one of your power guys, okay? The Tigers, a lot of issues. Baez, not a 2 hitter. You got him to be the middle of the lineup. Backup catchers don't bat cleanup. Robbie Grossman batting third is not his ideal spot, but batting first is not even close to where he should be, lower in the lineup. Again, not a right fielder, more of a left fielder. Willie Castro, who's a shortstop, who played it once this week, playing right field and center field, and he just keeps making bad defensive plays because he doesn't know where the ball is in the sun or goes over his head. You're just setting up to fail. That's really what you're doing there. If there's no room in the infield, then guess what? Just be a backup infielder. Harold Castro, same thing. Super utility infielder. He's not a first baseman. He's not a 3 through 5 hitter. Makes no sense. And then Michael Fulmer, I guess I wrote it twice. Not a reliever. He's a starter. He gets the best value as him as a starter. And the Tigers' rotation's been hit with a lot of injuries. You'd think they would have started him. And then Victor Reyes batting second is better than Baez because that's a good spot for him. And then Cody Clemens, again, pitched like his father as a utility infielder. 8th. Laureano's not a DH. His team's got too many guys who could DH, and he's a Gold Glove caliber outfielder. Nor is he a right fielder. You got to play him in center. Batting second is better than him batting third. Chad Pinder, we notice he's an infielder playing left field. Then you DH him, then you bat him cleanup when that's not where he belongs. And then Elvis Andrus can't hit, so why is he batting fifth? Seth Brown when you got Piscotty and Stephen Vogt and Jed Lowry and all these other infielders you can't name. One of those guys can play first base. Doesn't have to be him. He should be in the corner outfield. Murphy, I know he's a good catcher, but he's not a middle-of-the-order hitter or a guy I would use a DH spot on. And then Tony Kemp's again like Pinder. Not an outfielder, he's an infielder. Stop playing him in left field. He played second base once. Giants. Austin Slater's supposed to be a good hitter, but he's not a leadoff hitter, nor a two-hitter. And then him playing center field when you got guys in the team can play center silly. Brandon Belt and Darren Ruff, middle-of-the-order hitters, not two-hitters. Lamonte Wade, why are you playing him at first base or DHing him when Darren Ruff's stupidly thrown in left field? Or Mercedes, that's pretty stupid. Estrada, again, a utility infielder who's playing because Crawford's injured. He's not number 5 or 6 hitter. And then wasting the DH spot on Austin Wynns when he's a backup catcher again is a waste. Gonzalez is not a power guy, so he'd not be batting 5th. Dodgers, the Mookie trade 1-2. I would flip that or put Mookie 3rd because Trey's turn is really a leadoff hitter, and Will Smith is not a cleanup hitter. He's a good offensive catcher, but he's not a leadoff hitter. Bellinger playing center field. We know this. He's at first base and still playing the outfield. Wasting a DH spot on Alberto when he's a super utility infield is a waste when you could DH Muncy and Justin Turner and Jake Lamb. And then David Price, again, wasting innings out of the bullpen when he could start. Bellinger batting 9th, even though he's supposed to be the greatest hitter. That's a waste. Mookie playing second base is stupid because he can still get hurt there. Will Smith, again, wasting a DH spot on the starting catcher is pretty silly. Luck's still playing the outfield is stupid when he should be in the infield. And McKinstry, an infielder, is also playing in the outfield. Stop playing infielders in the outfield. Then they lost the DH with maneuvering. Cardinals. Tyler O'Neill, I'm glad he's back from the injury list. But he's not a two-hitter. He's a middle-of-the-order guy. You got Goldschmidt and you got Arenado. Guess what? You bat him 5th, okay? Carlson batting leadoff. I like when he bats 2nd, which he started doing center field. And hope Harrison Bader comes back soon because he's best suited to be a corner guy. Donovan, again, an infield playing the outfield because they got no choices. And Hicks went from being the closer, the setup man, to a starting pitcher. Now he's been in a bullpen and just in the middle inning. Their rotation isn't that great. Like, I don't understand what they're doing. Reds, Tyler Stevenson's not a 5-hitter, nor is Kyle Farmer, who's a catcher playing shortstop. They're not middle-of-the-order hitters, nor is Solano a super utility man batting 5th or 6th, or DHing when he's a super utility, guys. Brandon Dury, he's had a great year, but he's not a right fielder. And then Senzel playing center field when you have guys who can play center field is kind of a waste. And Reynolds, again, super utility man, is not a 7-hitter. You bat him like last. And he's also not an outfielder. He's an infielder. And then first base is a waste. They have multiple first basemen. So the Cubs, who have Rafael Ortega, it's perfect. He leads off, plays center field. Morel can bat leadoff, it's perfect. Contreras, he's not a two-hitter. He's one of the best players on your team. He's a power guy. You bat him in the lineup. I'm glad he's batting 3rd some weeks, but again, 4th or 5th is stretch because Contreras or Schwindel should be cleanup hitters, okay? Horner, again, not a 5th hitter. He's not the greatest offensive player at this point. Morel playing second base, perfect. Center field's kind of a stretch. Bodie playing third base is great. But stop playing him at second base. They play like a 7,000 guy at second base, and they play Wisdom at third base when he's a natural-born first baseman when he could just play Bodie at his natural position. Then you got Steven Brault pitching out of bullpen when he could be starting, and the Cubs don't have like this amazing rotation. Then Philly, Schwarber, Hoskins, they're not 1-2 hitter. They should be on middle lineup. Then you get this Hall dude as a rookie batting cleanup. Stott, a young infielder batting 6th. It's a waste. And then Schwarber again batting 2nd instead of leadoff doesn't fix the issue. I like Verling leading off. That's good. And Herrera batting 9th is better than him batting 7th and 8th because at least you get a second leadoff hitter, but it's still not the best spot for him. And then Garrett Stubbs, the backup catcher, pitched in a blowout. Pirates. Key Brian Hayes not a 2-hitter. I'm glad they moved him to 3rd. I liked when Newman and Allen were 1-2 and Hayes a 3. That's good speed, contact, overall hitter. Then Van Meters, again, wasting him everywhere. Crow pitching out of bullpen when he could start, wasting innings. And I love Ben Gam. He's a great defensive outfielder. He's not a cleanup hitter. And Reynolds is not a 2-hitter. Nor is he a center fielder. Stop doing that, okay? You got plenty of center fielders on this team. Orioles. Adley Rushman and Trey Mancini are not 2-hitters. Trey Mancini is a middle order, and Rushman is a rookie catcher. You bat him in the bottom of the lineup. Hayes is not a 4 through 6 hitter. He's a 1 or 2 or bottom hitter. Padres. Profar, we don't. He's an infielder playing left field, not a leadoff hitter. Cronenworth, again. You have like 3 or 4 first basemen and Matt Beattie and Luke Voigt and Hosmer and Will Myers. When all these guys are healthy, there's no need, or even Nola, there's no need to play him at first base, and they lost the DH. Mets, Jeff McNeil, we know this. I love the dude, but he's not a middle of the order hitter or a left fielder. Wasting a DH spot one day on Blankenhorn when they just got rid of him the next day, silly. Trevor Williams should be pitching out of the rotation. But again, if the rotation's healthy, then that's fine. Jays, Vladimir Guerrero batting 2nd, Kirk batting 3rd and DHing, and Bo Bichette batting 4th. You got it wrong. Guerrero's a middle of the order hitter, Kirk is a bottom of the hitter, and Bo Bichette should be at the top, like 2nd. I like when Tapia batted 1st. That's good. Springer batting leadoff, we went over this. He's by middle lineup, and again, they got multiple center fielders. He's got no reason to be playing center field, and Biggio playing first base is silly, because no offense to the man who's playing second base, Espinal, he's not an everyday player. Red Sox, wasting DH spot at Refsnyder when they got guys who can't field, silly. Him playing in the outfield when they got Frenny Cordero should be the backup outfielder, silly. Devers batted third once, which was great before he got hurt. Frenchie played left field once. Maybe they should do that more. He's not a first baseman. Vasquez, who's the starting catcher, is a waste when he's playing first base, when he should be playing catcher every day. Him batting second or fifth is not a spot for a bottom of your hitter. And second base, like, what are you doing to take your starting catcher and put in second base? You put your backups somewhere else. And then JBJ playing center field once or twice is cool, but again, he's not a right fielder, nor is he getting any offensive value batting seventh. Verdugo batting third doesn't give you that much offensive value, maybe sixth or seventh or fifth, but second is at least better. Angels, Ohtani batting first or second is stupid when Trout is now injured and Rodon's injured. And between Taylor Ward and Jared Walsh, that's it of anybody who can hit the ball out of the ballpark consistently. And speaking of Ward, catcher playing the outfield, so again, right field a stretch. Center field's even more of a stretch. And then batting second is not where you want him. You want him in the lineup, because then you get Stassi, the backup catcher, VR, a super utility guy at this point, and Rengifo, a young infielder, batting third or fourth. Come on, like, what are you doing? You're batting guys in the wrong spot. And then losing a DH with maneuvering. Atlanta, Acuna leading off. I'm going to keep saying this. He's better suited to be middle lineup. Playing right field is perfect. No center field for him. I did like that Michael Harris led off once. Perfect. Maybe in one day he will be the leadoff hitter. Them using the DH and batting in last in one of these lineups was pretty stupid. With Arcia or Cano or the other guys, like, you don't DH number 9 hitter. Then wasting McHugh out of the bullpen when again, I'm going to say that starting pitching innings are more valuable. And then Swanson batting second, also batting third consistently has been a good thing. Rays. Yandy Diaz is not a leadoff hitter, okay? G-Man Choi, not his number 2 hitter. Those are power middle order hitters. Rainier Arena batting second is better than him batting third. But again, I would probably bat him 5th or 6th. And Lau batting second is a perfect spot for him. He's not a leadoff hitter, he's a good contact hitter. Paredes is a super utility man, has no business batting 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And again, this team's got 2 or 3 first basemen. There's no point of him playing first base. And this Raley dude who's like a throw-in outfielder from the Dodgers, who the Dodgers could probably use now with injuries they have. The dude is not a DH, nor is he a 3-4 hitter. That's a waste. And Yarborough is one of the few healthy starting pitchers that you can name on this team. Why is he pitching out of the bullpen? Makes no sense. Royals, Bobby Wood Jr. batting second is definitely better than batting third. But then you have Benintendi batting third, and he's on number 3 hitter. Batting second is the perfect spot. Now he's gone. Doesn't matter. Dozier again. Why is he O'Hearn playing the outfield when one's a first baseman and one's a third baseman, and you already traded Carlos Santana? There's a DH spot open. One of those guys should DH and play first base or third base. Stop doing that. With Merrifield batting 6th when he's a 1 or 2 hitter is a waste. Melendez, what is he? A catcher? Is he a first baseman? Is he an outfielder? Like, I don't know. Is he batting first? Like, what's going on? Like, you don't usually bat catchers lead off and play catchers in the outfield, so that makes no sense. I did like when Whit Merrifield and Benintendi were batting 1 and 2. That is perfect. Whit third, again, we've been over this, not the best spot for him. And then in a lineup where Michael A. Taylor's batting 6th, the dude is not a great hitter. He's a Gold Glove outfielder, but he's not a great hitter. And then Lopez, if Whit Jr. is taking over the shortstop job, because I don't know what's happening with Mundasai, then let just Lopez play second base, Whit play right field or third base, okay? You know, Whit Merrifield do that. Cleveland, the whole Rosario playing shortstop and Jimenez playing second base. The best defensive value for Jimenez is shortstop, and you can take bad defense second base for Rosario. You also, I don't think Jimenez is a 5 or 6 hitter, nor is Owen Miller a super utility man, and Rosario should be maybe in no spot. And again, Owen Miller's not playing first base. They got multiple guys who can do that. White Sox, Joe Moncada, I love the man, but he's not a number 2 hitter. Okay, Josh Harrison led off once, that's perfect. Leroy Garcia, I don't want to see him playing shortstop. He makes too many errors, nor him playing center field. Corner is his best spot. I like Josh Harrison, but he's not a 7 hitter. Vaughn, again, throwing him in right field one day and then left field. The dude can't field. Sheets at least has got a consistent amount of bats in right field. Innings in right field, so at least he's somewhat okay. And then Pollock playing center field when he's not a great outfielder at this point in his career. It's a stretch. He hasn't played center field in a consistent base in a while. And then Grandal, I'm glad he's back. But, I like when Eloy's batting 5th or Sheets or Vaughn are batting 5th. I want to put Grandal a little bit lower in the lineup until he gets back to what he used to be. That would be the best idea for him. And then the Rockies, Connor Joe, first baseman playing the outfield. That's a little bit of a stretch. And then he's not a leadoff hitter. He's not fast. Hampson is a shortstop. Stop playing him in center field. Okay, there's no point when you got Diaz, and Hilliard. And then even Grichuk, who's a natural born outfielder, who should not be playing center field, he's playing right. Chris Bryant, again, you paid all this money for him to be a power middle of the order hitter, not a two-hitter. Again, playing left field when you could DH him or play first base. Blackman batting leadoff for third is the perfect spot for him. Stop batting him second. Rogers is nice that he's getting an opportunity to play every day, but he's not a 4-6 hitter, nor is Iglesias a 5-hitter, nor a 2-hitter because he's kind of a great hitter. Then Austin Gomber, I thought he's this great starting pitcher. They really liked him. But again, they went with Urena, who's on like his third or fourth team. I don't know why he's pitching out of the bullpen then. Okay, Brewer Jelich, not a leadoff hitter, middle of the order hitter. Because then guys like Colton Wong's batting fifth or sixth. That's not where he belongs. And Broussard's a first baseman, so him playing third base to stretch. Nationals, Keibert Ruiz, not a 5-hitter. Yadier Hernandez, not a 5-hitter, nor is Luis Garcia. Some are backups and some are, young guys trying to figure it out. The fifth spot is Nelson Cruz or Josh Bell until one of them gets traded. Soto batting third has been a perfect spot recently, but again, then they contradicted by batting him second a few times. They're still playing right field. He's not a great defensive outfielder. Adriano, super utility man, should not be batting higher than 9th, not 7th. Robles batting in a leadoff spot that dude can't hit. I don't understand that. Diamondback. Carson Kelly's a good offensive catcher, but he's not a leadoff hitter. Okay, Lupo batting second is a perfect spot. But then again, this team is like the Rangers and other teams batting a DH 8th or 9th. That's a waste. Ketel Marte, I know he's your best hitter, but he's not a 3-hitter or DH. And this Kennedy dude wasting a DH spot and batting a 5th when like nobody's ever heard of him is a waste. Luke Weaver, I don't get this. The Diamondbacks rotation is the most healthiest right now. Why is he wasting innings as a reliever? And Dalton Varsho, you catch him one day, you play him in center field one day, you play him in right field, and dude's never going to become an average outfielder if he's going to do that. Mariners, Ty France, not a 2-hitter, we would always the middle of the order hitter. And then why are you wasting outfield at bats on Haggerty, second baseman, Adam Frazier, a second baseman by trade, and Moore, an infielder by trade in center field, which is even a stretch for that. Because then Turl plays second base instead of Frazier, and I'm like, dude, Turl's a corner infielder, not a good defensive second baseman. Okay? And then Kyle Lewis, I'm glad he's back and he's healthy, but he's not a DH. The dude isn't a great hitter, nor is he a middle of the order hitter. And Winker, again, he's a middle of the hitter, not a 2-hitter. And Rodriguez, I know he's having his incredible rookie season, but he's not a leadoff hitter. I bet him 5th or 6th, maybe. And then I do like J.P. Cropper leading off once, Winker and Santana and Suarez batting 3 through 5. That's perfect. Got the speedy guy on top and the power guys in the middle. And then wasting time alone as an inning as a reliever when this rotation isn't that great, And then the Twins. Arise again over this. Not a first baseman. Stop playing him there. Play second base once. Not a leadoff hitter. Buxton has been perfect in the leadoff spot. Don't bat him third. Polanco should be batting 5th. That's where we realize that's a great spot for him. Not 3 and 4. And Correa, you got to be in the middle of the lineup. Again, wasting Nick Gordon in the outfield. At least he's got speed to play center field. Kyle Garlick should be getting at bats at first base or DH, not the outfield. Terrell Cotton should get opportunity to start because the Twins rotation isn't like, oh my God, so amazing. Miguel Sano, I'm glad he's back and he's trying to get into rhythm, but he's not a number 9 hitter. And Miranda should not be playing third base when you should give that opportunity to Arise and let Miranda play first base. Thanks for listening to another edition of MLB Observation, Week 16 for the 2022 season. From the Reddit table, I'm Raider, and sorry to all these stupid sirens and noises. It's Lollapalooza weekend, so things are crazy here in Chicago. See you guys next time.